In today's news, Honorable Marlon PENN says the government's plan is hot air. Honorable MADURO CAINES is happy with her party switch. A community earthquake and tsunami drill is held, and elders at risk of financial exploitation. CLINE says the Premier's plans had a positive impact, and masks are optional for Virgin and British Airways. All these and more when 284 returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Welcome, viewers. I'm Nia Douglas, coming to you live from the beautiful British Virgin Islands. It's Wednesday, March 16th, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to 284 News tonight. Starting off today's news, Leader of Her Majesty's Loyal Opposition, Honorable Marlon PENN, is calling the government's latest initiative to prevent price gouging a smokescreen and simply just hot air. PENN's comments came in a statement issued on Tuesday, March 15th, just under 48 hours following the Premier's announcement for a special task force to tackle price gouging. He describes the initiative by the government as fundamentally flawed, without the necessary legal and enforcement capacity in place.
The government has announced an attempt to take action to mitigate unjustified price increases. However, without sound knowledge, proper structures, processes, and methodologies, and without enforcement capacity, legal authority, the attempt is a smokescreen and simply just hot air. The government's focus should, yes, be on the consumer protection, but its efforts are better placed on engaging levers which it controls and can immediately implement to better the lives of Virgin Islanders and offset the very real impacts of current events.
The opposition leader questioned why the government simply did not take the route of establishing a temporary reduction of import taxes on specific goods, including gas and oil.
An effective mechanism such as this could quickly be implemented to ensure that savings are being passed on to consumers. Equally as important, public officers and other technical advisors must be fully utilized to ensure policymakers are properly advised and programs effectively designed and implemented to deliver their intended outcomes, unlike the failed stimulus program.
The 8th District Representative therefore recommended a 10-pronged solution, which he believes is the way forward.
Advancing food sustainability and large-scale domestic food production immediately. In doing so, we must commit to providing real financial support and other incentives, market development, training, etc., to the poultry and livestock farmers, fisher folks, and farmers, 2. Prioritizing spending on transportation infrastructure development by advancing plans to deliver an expanded airport that can receive flights from at least the U.S. Eastern Seaboard, thereby reducing the cost of travel to the BVI, or at least ensuring the cost remains competitive. 3. Empower, facilitate, and incentivize the private sector to play a greater role in the development and diversification of our economy. While we must regulate, we should also be prepared to facilitate. 4. Implementing sustainable energy plans. This country is not short on sustainable energy plans and initiatives. However, we receive a failing grade when it comes to implementation of those initiatives. 5. Not missing opportunities to borrow at reduced costs because we are inept negotiators or don't understand the basic debt management issues and challenges. 6. Prioritizing economic diversification initiatives that are not pie-in-the-sky ideas. 7. Leveraging technology to reduce costs as well as to manage and analyze information that could aid in quick decision-making. 8. Fully utilizing the available competent human resources in the BVI to advise and guide on these matters. 9. Developing and cementing regional and international partnerships that can assist with the management and development of our economy. 10. Most importantly, listening and accepting the views of the wider public who bring an array of perspectives to the many issues we face.
PENN said only broader policy responses will sustain the BVI in the long term. However, he said it will require careful planning, practical and innovative ideas, clear, decisive, and timely actions, strong, caring, and very competent leadership. In other news, 6th District Representative Honorable Alvar Maduro CAINES has made it clear that since switching political parties, the grass has been greener on the other side. Maduro CAINES' comment came at a recent ceremony which was held to celebrate the 3rd anniversary of the Virgin Islands Party being elected in government. She said that since leaving the National Democratic Party in January 2020, she has been able to get several projects completed within her district that were never made a priority by the NDP government during her first 2 terms in office.
After 8 years of long waiting, the Omar Wallace Hodge Park, Fisherman's Wharf and Park is finally completed and open. You can't imagine how happy I was this past Christmas when I hosted families and children in the park. I have been able to put families back to where they belong. This is a priority to me and this government. Before my arrival here today, I was able to take a look over the hills to the roadworks happening in Fish Bay. We can all agree that many parts of our road networking need fixing. Our government has been strategic in addressing the most troubled areas first, and we in District 6 are grateful to have been treated like a priority so soon after I joined the team. I repeat, the grass has been greener on this side.
Maduro CAINES also said that under the VIP administration, there has been investments not only in the infrastructure of her district, but also in the people within the community.
The work on the Fort Hill Road, the basketball court at Bellevue. Speaking about other roads may seem like we repeat ourselves often, but we increase the ways in which we respond to the basic needs of residents. Accessing roads and bettering infrastructure continues to be important to us as it is to you, our people. This is the government working for you. This is a government who cares for you. The pleasure of service is on mine, and so I'm also happy that with the support of the at-large representative, I have been able to send 6 young men to the Captain's Certification Program and the Solar Program. Investment like these would give us the return on investment we need. when our young men and women are able to support themselves and their families, because we provide access to the best opportunities that we can find and love that we can provide. So you see, our government does not just invest in projects.
The 6th District Representative further listed other projects completed during the term of the VIP government, adding that more has been done in the BVI within the last 3 years than in the previous 8 years under the NDP administration.
We as a government was able to regularize over 1,000 persons living here for many, many years. Now some have residency and belongers. That's a government working for its people. We were able to repair and construct 34 homes, some which were damaged by hurricanes. That's progress, my people. We paid, and I know we're still paying, public official increments, which were long overdue. We spearheaded beautification projects in each district. My people, that's moving forward ever. The people of District 6 and the country on a whole have a lot more in store to look forward to. If election be tomorrow, or if election be today, my people can proudly say that they have seen more happen for them in the last 3 years than they have seen in the last 8 years.
Premier Honorable Andrew Foy described Maduro CAINES' move to cross the political aisle as a means to getting things done within her electoral district. Maduro CAINES is presently a backbencher in the Andrew Foy-led administration, meaning that presently she does not have a portfolio or ministry. However, she recently acted briefly as the Minister of Education in the absence of the holder of the post, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley. Up next, the government issues a release about the recent tsunami and earthquake exercise. This story and more when we return.
The wait is over! CCT Fire is here! Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
Welcome back, viewers. Yesterday, on Tuesday, March 15th, the Department of Disaster Management issued a press release detailing the earthquake and tsunami response exercise participated throughout the territory on March 10th. Students, first responders, and other residents of the Virgin Islands joined the rest of the Caribbean and Latin America to practice the safest way to respond in case of an earthquake and tsunami as part of the Caribe Wave. Formerly known as the Large Atlantic Tsunami Exercise, or LANTEX, the preparedness exercise held annually on March 10th dates back to 2009 and has become part of the preparedness routine for many in the Virgin Islands. Acting Director of the Department of Disaster Management, Mr. Jason PENN, said in the official Government Information Services release, "We had very strong participation among the schools and the public service. Approximately 5,000 persons registered within the department, with the majority of those persons having participated in a previous Caribe Wave exercise," Mr. Penn added. "It's particularly encouraging to see many of our most vulnerable residents taking part, such as the students in our early childhood education centers." The acting director said that the consistent practice in annual exercises is one important factor in preparedness for earthquakes, tsunamis, and other hazards. "What we find is that for every exercise, persons identify ways they can improve their level of preparedness. Some might improve how they receive emergency alerts, identify a secondary evacuation route, or include additional items in a go bag. These simple steps help families and businesses be ready, he said. Training manager Karishma Hicks thanked all Caribe Wave participants for contributing to the country's overall readiness for the rare but serious threat of a tsunami. When we look at previous impacts, such as the Tonga volcanic eruption and tsunami in the South Pacific earlier this year, we can see that where the population is well informed about how to identify and respond to potential tsunami threats, injury and loss of life is minimal, even where damage to property is extensive, Ms. Hicks said. In other news, 284's Ron Grant recently sat down with the BV Alzheimer's Association members, David Abednego and Dexter PENN, to address elderly financial exploitation. PENN specifically shared with Ron a common scenario of social engineering in the BVI. Take a look.
Primarily in the Virgin Islands context, people with assets, particularly land, is a huge issue. Of course. Where individuals are, well, we call it social engineering, where someone who is being socially isolated, feeling it's a bit lonely, gets befriended by someone who decides that they're going to, help them. And that person who's being helped, they are in a situation where they're like, well, I feel a bit lonely and I'm having some companionship now. And I think that maybe, I will actually transfer that land to them because they've been nice to me. And then as soon as they sign that piece of paper, that person disappears, they're no longer being supported. And then when that person eventually sadly dies, the family then have a huge nightmare.
Attorney David Abednego delved into some preventative measures that could possibly ensure that vulnerable elders with varying degrees of dementia do not fall victim to financial exploitation.
Attorney Abednego, I want to go into the aspects of elder financial exploitation. Of course, there are a lot of things that could be done to avoid, like deter that, like a power of attorney. But break it down for me. What would you say could be done to prevent this type of activity?
Right. So usually by time a case gets to me, it's where damage is already done.
Okay.
So, Dexter spoke about various scenarios where you have a patient, he spoke about the financial. So I can give an example where the business, let's just picture you have a businessman, he's in his 40s, 40, 45, and, he's accustomed of doing business a certain way. And one of the things you start recognizing, the bank is one, checks are bouncing. He's writing checks, and his normally he was accustomed of being a good financial steward, and all of a sudden checks are bouncing, or he can't remember who to pay. If it was a scenario where he was ordering parts, he's no longer remembering how to go about doing those businesses. And then he starts trusting someone else, or someone else seeing that scenario, start being like his right-hand man, to use that term. And so what you start getting now is persons are getting close to these individuals, and they may take over the business and try running it from that point of view. Now, one of the things, when it comes to the scenario where it gets out to the point where the checks, they're really now the business is in a bad financial situation. And so banks and whoever start wondering and querying and saying, well, let's see what's going on. And so we would have scenarios where persons would come to me as an attorney and say, look, can you assist us? One of the first thing I do, even before we get into issues of power of attorney, is I often recommend that you try to see if you can get that individual to go to see a psychiatrist. And you go, and if you can get them in, the psychiatrist then will start carrying out the different examinations. Once you're able to determine based on that examination what stage of dementia that individual is, we can do different things.
Now, viewers, if you're interested in learning more about elderly financial exploitation, you can view the full interview on the 284 Media Facebook page. Up next, has the Premier's recent press conference about price gouging made a difference? Claude CLINE seems to think so. Stay tuned.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Thanks for sticking with us. Talk show host and former government consultant Claude CLINE believes that Premier Andrew Foy's recent press conference, which was held to warn local businesses of price gouging, has had a positive effect on some businesses. Klein made the statement during his Honestly Speaking radio program on Tuesday, where he said that following the announcement by the Premier, some businesses reverted back to lower-priced items.
I took note, the Premier, he made a statement Sunday night. Gas prices were up, people tell me $5.75 on Saturday night, all day Sunday. And as soon as that speech was made on Sunday night, gas prices went from $5.75 to $5.25, $5.29. So it did have an impact. It may not have had all of the comprehensive complements that needs to be had, but there seems to have been some impact. And I'm telling you, Seoul and Delta in particular, the only two gas stations with storage in this country, and that's what needs to be looked into. The independent gas stations who have to purchase gasoline, petrol weekly, that's a different situation. But I'm going to hold my peace on much of that for today. So check out, patronize all of our sponsors, and look for the best prices in these challenging times.
In other news, British Airways and Virgin Atlantic are the first two major airlines to make mask wearing optional for both passengers and crew, effective today, Wednesday, March 16th. The two UK-based airlines made the announcement in a statement which was issued by London's Heathrow Airport on Monday. According to the statement, British Airways customers will only have to wear a face mask covering on board flights, if their destination requires it, while Virgin Atlantic said it will be gradually moving compulsory mask rules from Wednesday, starting with Caribbean flights from London and Manchester. Heathrow's home carries British Airways and Virgin Atlantic welcomed the move, signaling that they were preparing to follow suit by dropping the face covering requirement on board their aircraft as soon as regulatory requirements for their destinations allow. We encourage passengers to check onboard face covering requirements with their airlines before traveling, the release stated. The news comes in conjunction with the move by Heathrow Airport to discontinue the mask-wearing requirement for traveling passengers. Those traveling through Heathrow will no longer be required to wear a face covering after the airport announced that it is moving away from a mandate from Wednesday, the 16th of March, the statement said. Meanwhile, UK's Transport Secretary Grant Shapps said on Monday that the changes will allow greater freedom in time for Easter and will mean that persons can travel just like the good old days. That's it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Nia Douglas. I'll see you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news right here on 284 Media. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Have a great evening.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Over there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Live stream cable TV is here with CCT Live. Access over 80 channels that you can watch either at home or when you're on the go. And don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Rewind and watch in your own time. Come to CCT today and ask about our 1-month free trial offer. CCT Live. Bring it home.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
She? I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I hustle. I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.